Hey guys, it's Trance Mechanic. I know I haven't done a video in a while, but I'm about to start a new project, so I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. Let me just kick the door open real quick, and we can get started. Welcome to my workshop. A lot of this isn't super important, but I figured you might want to see, because, I don't know, I think it's cool. And as a little preamble to all this, we're not doing a big production. I'm not going to, do a bunch of takes on this. And I'm really hoping that this comes out okay, despite that. I'm just doing a thing, and I think that it's kind of interesting, and I hope you guys do too. I am going to do my best to try and detail as much of the process as possible, and at least to the extent that I'm able to, while being able to video it. And if there's any questions throughout, feel free to put them in the comments, and I can try to clarify some things. Disclaimer here, I'm a complete fucking amateur, and nothing you see here should be tried at home. Do at your own risk, yada yada. Anyhow, so you guys might have seen my forge on the last video, and I did a little quick, hey, I'm doing this thing, come along for the ride. Seems like that was a little bit popular, so we're going to do a series of POV in the shop kind of videos. And the first thing I need to do is I've got a buddy who needs a forge. He tried mine out and wants one of his own. And since I built this, I'm going to build another one. And I'm going to show you guys, hopefully, how to do it in the process. We'll go over some basics real quick. First of all, safety. Forging is very dangerous. There's a lot of heat involved. Hot metal is, well, it's hot. Hot stuff is hot. So, safety always comes first. As you can see, I've got lots and lots and loads of PPE throughout my shop. I've got safety glasses, I've got Kevlar sleeves, I've got metalworking gloves and heat gloves, a respirator, dust masks. It's very important if you're going to try anything in a shop environment to be safe at all times, because this stuff can hurt you faster than you can react, and it can hurt you in ways that will make the whole rest of your life miserable. So now that we've covered the safety part, oh yeah, also, propane, very dangerous. We're working with, explosive, flammable gases, lots and lots of hot shit, hammers. Just be careful, please. Or don't, but don't blame me. So, this is my forge. These are fire bricks. They're basically brick insulation. And inside the forge is a lot of insulation. And this is the burner portion and the gas tube that goes down to the gas regulator, obviously. But what you'll see is this looks like a propane tank, because it was. And you might notice there's another one there and another one there. And that's kind of where we're going right now. I have to take a propane tank like this one, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to empty it. I'm going to empty it by using it. You don't just vent propane to the environment. Hook it up to an appliance that you actually are going to use, like a heater or a grill or something. Get that tank clean empty, like as empty as you can get it. And maybe don't use a tank that can be refilled, because that's just wasteful. This tank and this tank and the one that I built my forge out of are all tanks that were, for some reason or another, unable to be refilled. So that's why we're going with these now. Once it's empty, and you know it's empty, then on the side of it right here, you're going to see a little screw-looking doodad. In order to remove all of the remaining gas out of here, because your appliances won't, take this to a open air environment somewhere far away from structures and other people, and back that screw all the way out, turn this valve all the way open, and literally leave it there for a day or so. Obviously at your own risk, and for legal reasons, I'm not advising you to do this, and venting propane to the atmosphere is bad. But once that's done and you've got an empty tank, the next thing you have to do is get the valve off. This thing literally just screws into here. You see on this one, there's a threaded hole. Okay, if you get a wrench on this, you can unscrew it. You need to do that. Once you get it unscrewed, then it's a good idea to rinse the tank out and clean it. I like to flood mine with water and slosh it around a bunch and then let it dry out, and do that 2 or 3 times over. That way you get all of the propane stink out and you don't have any risk of residual gas, because we're going to be cutting on this thing and grinding on it, and we do not want any flammable gas in the vicinity while we're doing so. And then once we know it's empty and we know it's cleaned out, then we can go ahead and start cutting on it. You'll see the first thing I did this a while ago because I needed this to air out and get clean, was I cut this big neck off the top. That's important because, I mean, obviously the final product doesn't have that, but also because we need to be able to manipulate this and clean it all off. And then on my first one, I actually took the valve and turned it into a bit of a jig. Where the heck did I put that thing? Bear with me for a moment. I put it somewhere, and now I can't find the sucker. Oh, there we go. Oh, sneaky stuff. So I chopped the valve up until all I had was a block of metal and the threads. That way, this will screw on top of here. I mean, it's supposed to anyhow. This will screw on top of here, and I can take this and chuck it up in my vise so that I can manipulate the tank. Because the next step we're going to be doing in this whole process is taking this tank and cleaning all of the crap and the rust and the paint and the crud off. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that whole process, but the next thing I'm going to be doing is taking this trusty angle grinder right here and whatever attachment seems to work the best. Last time I used flap discs. That was okay. This time I've got this freaking tailings of this little abrasive wheel. We're going to see how that works, and if it works okay, I might get another one to go with it. I've also got wire wheels. Yeah, so we're going to take all the paint, all the rust off of this, smooth it down as best as possible, and then once we are at that stage, then we can start planning out our actual forge build. Now you'll notice I did leave this piece on the bottom of the tank. That is only there for now because I have to be able to chuck the bottom of the tank up in the vise so I can grind on the top of it. Because let me tell you, trying to strap this big round thing down to your bench is a bit of a motherfucker. It's a slippery son of a bitch, and it really doesn't want to stay put. So you need to be able to chuck it up in a vise that's bolted to the bench so that you can grind on it and stuff without it trying to run away the whole time. Anyhow, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing, and I will go ahead and get to it. I might do a quick video of some of the process of grinding on it. I might not, and I'll give you guys another update on this process once I have this cleaned up. And by the way, at the end of all of this, I will put in, not this video, but at the end of this series, I will put in a whole list of all the things that I had to buy and had to use to do this. I'm just not going to do that right now because the last time I did this was more than 6 months ago, and frankly, I don't fucking remember what all I put into it. So, yeah, um, if you like this and you want to see the rest of this, make sure to subscribe. Like the video if you think what I'm doing is pretty cool. And look out for other stuff I'm going to do in the near future as well. I'm going to try and do some forging videos. I might do some jewelry making videos as well. And we'll see where this all goes. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. Have a good one.